Okay, so today is February the 24th, 2017. This is Cerrone Games Go, back with another video game review. And just want to talk about a game I just recently beat. I beat all endings and all chapters of the game. And it's called Nier Automata. And Automata, excuse me. The Day 1 edition. Glory to Mankind. Now, and finding about this game, there was a game in the past called Nier for the PS3. And it wasn't really well received because a lot of people didn't know about it. They didn't know about the person that was making it. But it was made by Square Enix nonetheless. Granted, it was a sleeper hit. It became an underground classic. You know, a lot of people who pretty much knew about it are the only ones that enjoyed it. You know, when you have a lot of AAA titles that come out and a lot of, games that get a lot more attention and a lot of heavy promoting, certain games fly under the radar. And I believe that this is one of the games once again. This is the second game in this series. There are other tie-ins to this game like the Drakengard series, but it's made by the same director. And pretty much now we have a new game called Nier Automata. Now, mind you, when you're trying to find this game, you won't find it in retail stores. I went to a couple of Targets in the United States out here, can't find it. When it was released, it was nowhere to be found. The only spot I did find it in was Walmart, and what was so funny about the store was that when they pack the game in, they don't give it a display like it should. There's a lot of outlets out here that they don't really put the game out there for everyone to see. Like a Call of Duty or even that other game, Neo, will get more promotion than this game. Around this time when this was released, you had Persona 5 out, which is already out now. You have Final Fantasy 15, which is already out. And you had, the Naruto series. And you had a lot of other games that were pretty much getting more spotlight than this game. What's so important about this game is that this is a complete game. Okay? There's really no paywall behind it. It's a complete game that the director created. And, when I played this game and I beat this game, it left a very big impression on me. Because it talks about a lot about androids and robots and how humans and robots coexist. And I think this is one of the games that if it doesn't get a lot of attention, I think in the future it will. And hopefully by then it won't be hard to hunt down. I know the director that actually created this game said that if it gets a lot of, high marks as far as sales, that he will try to release the remastered version of Nier, the first game for the PS3 that came out years ago. I think it was about 7 years ago, honestly. But this guy created this game again, and I'm going to tell you something. It's a great game. If you heard of it, you've been on the fence about playing it, I suggest you go and pick it up if you can find it. I know most people like to frequent GameStop, other people don't, but if you can actually find a copy, I would pick it up. This game is not getting a lot of promotion like it should. If you look online, it's getting a lot of great scores, though. I mean, people are giving this 9.5s out of 10, 5 stars. This game is a game that I think everyone should play. There are a lot of... It's a mature game, as you can see, but it has a lot of suggestive themes that will... I mean... Is there certain places you think they won't go? They will go. I mean, this director, he actually went in and he's actually making sure that he touches all of the necessary taboo subjects that, the average game player or the average game producer will shy from. But I really think this game should be picked up and played. The series creator, Yoko Taro, pretty much was responsible for creating this game and a slew of other games. But the truth of the matter is, when a person is given complete control to actually create something this epic. And I'm going to tell you something. This game is something that's going to be talked about for years to come. Because it's not scared and it's not held down by the binds of certain corporate companies who restrict the creative talent of the developer to create something truly, truly inspiring. As far as the game, I beat the game. I got to the ending. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I will say this. Play the game and play it through. Don't play it halfway and then give up on it. Because you have 3 different endings. I think there's actually 5 different endings. But you can reach all of them if you want to find out the true, complete story of this game. Pretty much a lot of this particular game derives from the cyberpunk of the 90s. And what I've seen is that dystopian future where, you know, there are really no humans alive, robots have taken over everything. That type of feel you get. But in playing it, you learn a lot more about pretty much the human psyche and how humans incorporate their entire well-being and their thought patterns into anything and everything they create. So, you know, in playing this game, I gotta say I'm gonna rate this game. I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10. And, you know, if you see anybody else give it less than that, it's probably not so much. I wouldn't criticize anybody else that don't like this game or that give this game a very low rating. But they have to really start to question themselves on what they believe a video game should be. And then once they come to that conclusion, then they'll pretty much either have a change of opinion about the game or continue to play the onslaught of games that we know come again and again and again and again. I mean, you can only have so many shooters. You can only have so many Grand Theft Autos. But there are certain games that actually push the limit and actually give you diverse ways of playing. Like, for instance, this particular games go from a hack and slash to a shoot 'em up. So, in saying that, the fluidity of how easy it goes into a bullet hell scenario back to a hack and slash and back to a murder mystery, it's something you really need to actually play and see. Because in my gameplay of playing it, I've witnessed a lot of different things that I said, will they go there? Oh shit, yeah, they really went there. And it's real interesting. So, granted, if you're on the fence about playing Nier Automata, I suggest you take time out to actually play it. Yoko Taro put a lot of time into this game, and if it wasn't for Final Fantasy 15 to make that much money it made, this game probably wouldn't have been released from Square Enix. But I think Square Enix knew they had something here from 7 years ago, and they said, you know what, why not expand? Let's bring this guy back, and let's have him create another game, and I think they did an awesome job. So, granted, like I say once again, it may be hard to find in retail stores. There's a lot of suggestive themes in this game that the corporate entities don't want people to think outside the box on. And when you get a game like this that challenges your way of thought of what you think life is, these are the games that get pushed behind a couple other games, gets low print runs, or probably get pushed to the back of a store. Because granted, every store I went to, it was very, very hard to find this game. This game was not out in display for everyone to see. And it's because of the suggestive themes that is in this game. But I guarantee if you give this game a chance and you check it out and you play it, you have a different outlook on as far as what a video game is supposed to be and actually great storytelling. So that's my take on it. You know, rate, comment, and subscribe. You know, if you like what you're seeing, make a comment. If you do not like what you're seeing, you can also make a comment. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And this is Cerrone Games signing out. Peace.